What is up, friends? Takeover peeps, random person coming across this video. However you got here, I'm happy to have you. Today we're doing something a little bit different than we've ever done on the channel before. And it's based off of, if you watched my shorts earlier this week, I posted one about a Twitter user who posted, I think their handle was the 84 Chambers, but you'd have to go watch the video to double check there. I put it in the description as well. They posted a thing on Twitter about how they had received a card that was damaged in the mail. They had purchased on eBay. It was a jersey piece card of Tyreek Hill. It was so folded, creased down the middle, busted up, that they decided to break it open, basically. And they took out the jersey piece, and they noticed on the back there was a little tag, little label that put the player's name on there. Obviously denoting to the creator of the card, which was Panini for their case, which jersey piece of the player it was to put in the card when they're manufacturing them. However, this was not Tyreek Hill's jersey. This was, I think, Devontae Parker. They had put a jersey piece in there. Now, with relic cards versus game-used cards and patches and whatnot, it can get a little iffy. And you always need to look on the back of a card because there will be a little disclaimer, a little note. It will say something along the lines of, like, it may say this game-worn memorabilia was certified by, Panini America or whatever. So then you know it's a game-used piece. On a relic card, they often relic cards are made of rookies, so, they haven't played in a professional game yet. They haven't played an NBA, NFL, MLB game yet. So the relic jersey piece is not game used, rather it was something that was worn by the player, most likely in, say, a photo shoot, like the rookie premiere or something, or they put it on for a moment, took it off, it's player worn, So, and then with others, there might even be some that say, this basically referencing that someone posted a LaMelo Ball one where it was like, this relic is not associated with any game or player, which is wild to me. Like, I feel like we'll get into that. Anyways, relics versus game used, there is a difference there. Now, the big issue within that is, it's pretty transparent at this point, the difference between relic and game used. But we have all operated under the assumption that it is at least a piece affiliated with the player on the card, right? Now, mistakes can happen in production. They're obviously processing a lot of things or whatever, but that's something that I feel like just can't be missed. And I don't know that it's a sketchy thing. I'm sure there's plenty of conspiracy theories flying out there right now. It may be. I mean, we don't know. But I'm willing to give the benefit of a doubt. Hopefully it's not a sketchy thing. Hopefully they're not putting, like the lesser player's jersey on there because it's cheaper or more able to have more in production, whatever. But I think that is something that absolutely needs to be nailed every single time, that it is something affiliated with the player, because you're buying the card for the player whose card it is. You're putting it in your collection or reselling it to someone because it has affiliation with that player. You're not looking to get, say, Luka Doncic, like jersey piece card and then find out that it's Willie Cauley-Stein relic on there. Like, that just messes with the whole idea of value, collection pieces, reselling, all sorts of things, and false advertising if it is on purpose. Anyways, after all of that conversation that you just watched through, I wanted to take several, jersey piece cards, relics, whatever you want to call them, of my own, and cut them open on the spot to see what we get. Now, this isn't going to be the most beautiful cut job. I thought that I had an X-Acto knife in my house. Instead, I'm using a kitchen knife. I'm going to do it off the camera, but I will show you the cards prior to cutting them open. Bear with me if it's a process, but I just wanted to show you live on the thing. So I'm going to show you the card. I'm also going to tell you what it says on the back, so we're all in this together, all on the same page. Everything's above board. We figure out what's going on. I'll be interested to see if these are all the correct jersey pieces, or, you know, if we got something going on. And then I'd like to hear your response in the comments, how you're feeling about it, what you're thinking, what you think might be going on, if this intrigues you at all about some of yours, all those things. And, you know, this is a funny practice because let's say I open all of these and they're all the wrong players, right? It's not like I'm going to take things out of my personal collection and start slicing them open because I'm not willing to play that game. But I want this to open up a conversation of how these companies really need to be on their A game with giving them exactly what is advertised, giving us what exactly is advertised to us. Okay, so let's start. First, I've got this Casey Mize rookie relic out of 2021 Contenders Baseball. On the back of it, there's a little note there that's going to tell you, you know, what they, you can't read it, but I'll read it to you. The enclosed player-worn / used material is guaranteed by Panini America Incorporation. So this one is at least player-worn, possibly used in a game. I don't know exactly what they're getting at there, but all in all, according to what the message says on the back, this is affiliated with Casey Mize. Now, let's cut it open and find out. Once again, bear with me. This is a process because I'm not trying to have a emergency room visit. All right, tearing it open. This is the new, aren't those there's like the rip cards in baseball? This is the new rip card, I think. Except that there's not something better on the other side. I'm just literally destroying a card. That's why we're only doing cheap ones, friends. All right, I'm into the jersey piece. Now to just pry this thing off here because I'm sure it's glued on the back. Oh, yep, there's the tag. Just got to try to successfully get this out of here. I'm sorry, this is really enthralling on cam, I'm sure. I just wanted you to be here with me for the journey. I didn't want to have them pre-torn or anything. This is really glued on there. This is going to be... Just want to make sure I don't damage the label so I can actually read it. How about that weather, huh? Something. I want to make this not boring. Okay, and this one is Casey Mize. We are 1 for 1 on correct. I don't know if you can read that, but it says Casey Mize. It's a Casey Mize jersey piece. Now what do I do with these cards afterwards? That's the thing. Do I keep the jersey pieces for fun? I don't know. I probably can't keep them stuck to the thing. All right, next up we got a Taiwan Taylor, or Taiwan Taylor, I'm not sure. 2017 Donruss Football Rookie Threads relic. So this is going to be something that's, it was worn in a rookie premiere shoot or something of that sort. On this back it says, the enclosed player-worn material is guaranteed by Panini America Incorporation. So once again, should be affiliated with Taiwan Taylor. Now, here's the other thing, too. I'm not busting open, like, a really outstanding player. So my findings might be completely different than, you know, someone wanting to crack open a Tyreek Hill one. I'm just not, I don't have a Tyreek Hill one to crack open. Any other player of that size is either a really valuable card in my collection or a Ravens personal collection card. And I'm just not willing to do that to something that I want to keep. So me doing, you know, kind of lesser players is less likely to be like a big disappointment if it's not their jersey piece, you know? And this one, boom, again. Taywan Taylor. Can barely read it, but it's indeed his piece. Step it up just a little bit. Not a big step up, but at the time this was much better, you know. Mitchell Trubisky. We'll do Panini Certified 2017 New Generation Rookie Relic. And on the back of it, it says, this enclosed player-worn material is guaranteed by Panini America Incorporation. Once again, should be affiliated with Mitchell Trubisky. Let's find out. It's not that exciting of a card now, but at the time, dude was a big deal in the draft. So if this were not correct, think back to 2017. Don't think in 2023 terms. And I'm to the jersey. This is a fun video to make, but it also just feels wrong damaging cards, luckily. Once again, we're doing mass-produced, low-end, not cutting open an out of 23 Michael Jordan out of SP Authentic or something like that. 3 for 3, Mitchell Trubisky. I'm going to do, let's switch over to back over to baseball. I'm going to butcher this guy's name, so I apologize. Is it Juris Familia? New York Mets pitcher. This is out of Allen and Ginter, 2019. This one is game-used memorabilia. Now on the back it says, this is a genuine Topps Allen and Ginter relic card that features memorabilia from Juris Familia. It says game-used on the front. So this should absolutely be who it says it is. And this is out of Topps rather than Panini. Here's another funny thing about this, okay? Let's look at this card really quick. See how the pinstripe's barely breaking? Here's something to think about. Obviously, we all want to see more color on our patches and jersey piece cards or whatnot. This looks like this is barely breaking, right? When I rip it open, full pinstripe there. There could literally be more color on our jersey pieces than we realize based on the setting within the card. This one is a lot harder to get off. And you know what? This one also does not even have a tag denoting on the back anything. So we can't even add that to the research there. Last but not least, I figured I would want to do one more guy that's not just like a, I don't want to call anyone a throwaway, but like a rookie that's not in the league anymore. Let's do a former player, a guy they put on there. So Doug Baldwin, select 2018. On the back of it, it says this enclosed player worn material is guaranteed by Panini America Incorporation. So once again, should be Doug Baldwin. And if we hit this, we are 4 for 4 with Panini putting the correct jersey piece in the card. Oh yeah, that select stock is interesting to cut into. A little sketchier. Definitely have to hold my hand further away. Oof. I feel like this thing is gonna break the knife somehow. Okay. Let's find out. Is this a Doug Baldwin jersey? We are 4 for 4. Doug Baldwin. So, okay. Interesting find. I honestly thought that maybe 1 or 2 of them, based on that, we would see that there was the wrong jersey piece on there, and that was not the case for my findings. That leads me to believe, you know, once again, you never know. And there's all sorts of interesting conversation around this because Panini is towards the end of their run producing official sports cards where they're going to be in their logos, because we know Fanatics is taking over the licensing soon in the upcoming years. That could mean that their quality control has gone down a little bit, you know, but it's tough for me to call it like a conspiracy. Some people online, I saw chatter of like, this is a way of like cutting corners and saving money. Like, of course, if you get a lower end player's jersey, that's possible. I'm not throwing that out, but based on what I found, cracking open 4 cards, all 4 of them being right, you know, various players, various sports. One of them was a rookie card of a guy who at the time was a top draft pick. People were very excited. And a veteran one too. I believe after he's in the league even. To find that all of those were correct, I think that this happens to just be a mix-up. Because we see those pop up every so often, you know, and they're producing so many cards, and I'm not apologizing for them. But that's why you see things too, like the wrong logo. There was the Washington logo patch on, I'm forgetting which player it was now's card. Chauncey, Ahmad Gardner, I think. So just things like that. That's production issues, and quality control, but they are producing so many cards. I do want to believe, though, that it's very few and far between, because once again, going back to that, when we are selling someone a card, we want it to be exactly what we say it is. When someone is collecting a card, we want it to be exactly what it is. So the whole idea is getting closer to the game overall. We want to feel the things that the athletes feel. We want to feel like we're a part of it. We want to, it's just all about getting closer to the game. This also does lead to interesting things too. Like, we're paying how much for boxes of cards to chase these things, and then the jersey we might pull out of it is this little square and is completely white. Versus like, you might want to start looking into what actual pieces of certified game used memorabilia that are complete of your favorite player are. Like, you know, if you're paying thousands of dollars for, I mean, I don't even know what things are going for right now, but let's say you want to collect Luka stuff. Like, maybe you want to look into how much you're paying to open a box of Flawless compared to just trying to obtain a piece of game used Luka thing. Like, I don't know what you can buy a whole jersey for versus this of your favorite player. I mean, obviously, if you buy just the card, it's probably not that expensive. But to buy the product, to open it up and then find that. And I'm not saying opening product's not fun. It is super fun. But sometimes there's value differentials that we don't always consider. Another thing, I had one more point. Bear with me. 1 second. Just let me get it back. Oh, yes. What I think they should get back to, there was a time, and I don't remember what company it was or if it was one specific company doing it, but there would be very specific details on the back of the card. So if it wasn't like a rookie card where it was just a relic, if it was a game used piece, there would be things like a code you could type in to find out details on what game it came from. Or it might even say on the back. It might say something like, this was used by Randy Moss on December 7th, 2001 versus the Packers. That I think is really, really cool. When you can establish that exact moment, and that's even way cooler. And you know what? If they can't do that very often, I think that's great. Because what if they only did that? What if the only way they produced jersey cards was if they could do that? It would make them more rare. It would make them more valuable. It would make them more special. Let me know if you agree in the comments. That's what I think. Let me know what you think about this whole thing all in all and in general. I'm interested to hear your opinions and thoughts and all that. Thanks for hanging out. This was a fun one, and I'm intrigued by my findings. Like, I didn't expect it to be 100% correct, but I did only do 4 cards. I'm not trying to rip open like everything, you know? But thanks for hanging out. That was fun. Peace and love.